Welcome back. We're joined today by Haley Chapin, an advocate for sex trafficking victims and the program director at Transformation Garden. Haley is here to talk to us about an event tonight to help South Mississippians become more aware of this crime. Haley, thanks so much for coming in this morning. We
Sure.
really appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, so sex trafficking has really entered the public consciousness over the past few years in a big way, and that's something that is good in a way to raise more awareness of this terrible type of crime.
That's right. With the movie Sound of Freedom coming out, you've got more people talking about it. And so, yes, I agree, and I'm glad that more people are aware. However, there's still a huge education gap, on really what it is and what it looks like in the United States.
And that's one of your life's missions as well, to help raise awareness and get people more aware of these types of crimes and how they can help as well.
That's right. That is definitely part of what we do out there.
Tell me a little bit more about Transformation Garden, too.
Okay, so Transformation Garden is a long-term care facility for ladies who are seeking recovery from the trauma of being trafficked. And so it is a long program. It's 18 to 24 months that they come and they stay with us. If they're not ready to leave the program at that time, if they're still working on their education or still working on job placement, we don't kick them out at 24 months. But that's the average of what we're looking at, is about 18 to 24 months.
Sure, and it's a very comprehensive program as you're describing it.
It is. It starts out with an emergent phase of care, because when they're first rescued or just coming out of their trafficking situation, they're highly volatile, very dynamic, emotionally and that sort of thing. And so first they get this emergent care, then they get stabilization care, and then they get more into that restorative care to restore those healthy daily habits, to restore, emotional stability, to be able to take classes and start learning and then decide what they want to be when they grow up, right? Like, what do I want to do? What do I want to be? Where do I see myself? And start to dream again.
The building blocks to a brighter future.
That's it. That's it.
Right. Now, like we mentioned earlier at the start of this interview, tonight is an event in D'Iberville designed to help people, learn more about what sex trafficking entails and how to spot signs and things like that. Tell me a little more about what will be discussed tonight.
Okay, so we will discuss what trafficking looks like in the state of Mississippi. And America as well, but people want to know, hey, what does it look like in my backyard, right? What is it really here? Because if you Google statistics for Mississippi, you're not going to see a whole lot. We're way behind the curve, as far as politically and law enforcement, those sorts of things. We're making strides, huge strides, but we're still kind of behind on that. And so if you look at how many cases or how frequently it is, you can't trust what you read. I can only trust what I see. The ladies that come into the home, the stories, they're telling me where the trafficking's happening. They're the best voice for this. And so we're going to talk about that tonight. And I'm super excited. It was just a couple who said, look, I feel like the problem's so big and I can't do anything about it. How can I help? They're doing their little part, and they put, a group of friends together, and we're going to go to the salad station tonight in D'Iberville at 6:30, and we're going to start the conversation in South Mississippi.
That's fantastic. Okay, so we have the QR code up there. Is that how people can register to attend?
So that is, they don't have to register to attend.
No registration.
They can just show up. That QR code is actually for the campaign that starts tonight, which is 1,000 strong. And so it's just a campaign to say, hey, $10 a month, sign up for $10 a month and get 10 other people to sign up for $10 a month.
What a great program.
And when we do that and we all come together, we'll make a big impact on this restorative care.
Absolutely. Haley, thank you so much for telling us about tonight's event and your work, and thank you for the work you're doing across this state to help sex trafficking victims. It is much appreciated.
Sure, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely, anytime.